Buyer preferences in the automotive market have changed dramatically in the past several years. But what do these changes mean for you and for Pontiac in the coming decade? And perhaps more importantly, what effect are they having today as you sell the 1981 Pontiacs? You need the answers to questions such as these because the more you understand about consumers' wants, needs, and demands, the more successful you will be as a Pontiac salesperson. That's the purpose of this special Pontiac sales training video disc release, to help you understand for greater success. Recent independent and General Motors consumer testing and current product research examining why today's purchasers buy the cars they do provide valuable insights into what gives the 1981 Pontiacs their greatest appeal to prospective buyers. It's also possible to determine Pontiac's greatest advantages over the competition. So in 4 separate sales meeting segments, we'll look at factors which influence the sale of every Pontiac: small, sporty, medium, and full-size. With the aid of a meeting outline and your dealer or sales manager, we'll stop several times to explore how you can take fullest advantage of Pontiac know-how to sell successfully against any competitive manufacturer. Perhaps no single market segment is as broad-based or as definable as today's midsize market. It incorporates young as well as old, business executives as well as families, laborers and professionals alike. It's also a market where traditional wants and desires often overshadow today's more talked about practical needs. Motivated by image and style, mid-size prospects want a car that reflects their position in life. Outward luxury and appealing styling are status needs which help define today's mid-size prospect. That's not to say mid-size prospects aren't concerned about fuel economy or practical needs. In fact, most of them currently drive full-size cars, and improving their fuel economy is what brings them to this market. However, they retain the traditional values which made them full-size owners before. Many will even look at a 1981 full-size Pontiac, or perhaps consider a Phoenix before finally deciding that mid-size is how they want to go. This year, 2.3 million mid-size cars will be sold in America. That's 23% of the total market, meaning that 1 out of every 4 prospects in your showroom are potential 1981 LeMans, Grand LeMans, or Grand Prix owners. With the choices you and Pontiac have to offer, these prospects represent a significant number of selling opportunities. We also know that mid-size prospects are comparison shoppers. You must understand their needs and know which mid-size Pontiac and which features will offer the greatest appeal. Put prospects in the right mid-size Pontiac, one that offers the level of luxury and balance of practicality they seek, and you'll have the advantage over any competitor. For example, Grand Prix prospects are primarily concerned with exterior styling and interior appearance, with comfort, future resale value, and vehicle quietness as important secondary concerns. Obviously, any Grand Prix you show must be in immaculate condition. Give prospects time to see and feel the car, and explain how the wedge-shaped design improves Grand Prix's aerodynamics, making it more efficient than before. But be careful how you describe Grand Prix styling. Words like luxurious, beautiful, dramatic, and exciting turn today's prospect off. Let Grand Prix's appearance sell itself. It will. In independent testing of the 1981 Grand Prix and its competitors, consumers were asked to rate the appearance of each on a 10-point scale. Grand Prix averaged out highest in every category, including overall exterior and interior appearance. And when asked which one model offered the best appearance, an overwhelming 40% chose Grand Prix. Twice as many as picked Chrysler Cordoba, the runner-up, and almost 4 times more than Buick Regal. With a vote of confidence like that, there's no doubt Grand Prix has competitive strengths where it really counts, in the primary considerations of styling and appearance. Then, too, there's the Grand Prix Brougham, which offers specific features and interior elegance unsurpassed by any competitor. The Brougham will appeal to many. In fact, its special standard features were ordered at extra cost by most Grand Prix LJ buyers last year. 3 out of 4 ordered the Landau top and formal rear window, as well as power windows. And over half desired the added luxury of a 60/40 split notchback seat, making Brougham the ideal choice for many Grand Prix prospects already considering an LJ. The Brougham also offers an extraordinarily quiet ride, and although prospects normally expect this from Grand Prix, even they will be surprised by the quietness this outstanding Pontiac offers. Of course, comfort and quietness are important to all Grand Prix prospects, and a demonstration drive is essential in selling every Grand Prix. It's a sure way of convincing prospects about these Grand Prix strengths, and is always your ace in the hole against any competitor, since most salespeople, unfortunately, fail to get their prospects behind the wheel. Grand Prix prospects are not primarily concerned about fuel economy, but many will assume that the standard V6 or available diesel is the best engine for them. However, they may not be entirely comfortable with the performance these choices offer. Overcome this by stressing the special advantages of Grand Prix's 4.3-liter V8. Make certain every prospect understands it offers performance as well as economy. Grand Prix's 4.3-liter V8 is EPA rated at 18 city, 27 highway, and its average estimated annual fuel cost is only $1,293. That's only $186 more than the annual fuel costs for a V6, and many prospects will feel the added performance advantages of a V8 are well worth it. These prospects wouldn't buy an elegant home and skimp on the furnishings to save a few extra dollars. Why should they buy a Grand Prix and not want a total car that offers economy as well as performance? Point this out and let your prospect decide that owning Grand Prix means sacrificing nothing. How does Grand Prix stack up against its competitors? Very well. Let's stop a moment and examine how Grand Prix's as-sold price compares to its chief rivals, Buick Regal and Olds Cutlass. There's no question that Grand Prix represents outstanding value, but future resale, how well it retains that value, is equally important to Grand Prix prospects. Point out that based on NADA's official used car guide for October 1980, a 1976 Grand Prix retained over 46% of its value, more than 7% or several $100s higher than the 1980s median average in the midsize market. And with its new design, improved efficiency, and elegant styling, prospects can expect the 1981 Grand Prix to resale even higher in the future. Styling, interior appearance, comfort, quietness, future resale. These are things which make the 1981 Grand Prix a winner. Generally, prospects for LeMans and Grand LeMans are seeking the same things as those for Grand Prix. They want a car that tells others of their success and status in life, and styling and appearance assume great importance. However, these prospects are also more limited by price constraints, and quite often by practical family needs. Cost to buy and price value are their primary concerns, and LeMans and Grand LeMans afford you the opportunity to offer value at price levels today's prospects can afford. Each offers an excellent combination of comfort, styling, and practicality at mid-range prices, well positioned against all competition. LeMans lists for around $800 less than Olds Cutlass, its most expensive competitor. Notice, too, that the sedan is priced lower than Ford Granada and is within $224 of Chevrolet Malibu, the least expensive available. Grand LeMans is modestly priced in a field that ranges from a high of over $8,000 for Oldsmobile's Cutlass Brougham sedan to lows of $6,800 to $6,900 for Ford and Chevrolet. And with Pontiac's new formal sedan styling, not one of these competitors meet prospects' needs for status practicality better than Grand LeMans. Prospects who shop competitively will be impressed with the styling and appearance both midsize coupes and sedans offer. Take them for a demonstration drive so that they also discover Pontiac offers equally strong comfort and ride and handling advantages over any midsize competitor. While they're driving, describe how computer command control regulates fuel intake for a precise blend of performance and economy. explain the benefits of improved rolling resistance with high-pressure tires, as well as the reduced friction of low-drag power front disc brakes, and stress that LeMans and Grand LeMans provide a torque converter clutch for improved fuel economy with the convenience of an automatic, as well as V6 and 4.3-liter V8 efficiency. Emphasize Pontiac efficiency in every sales presentation. Impress upon your prospects that LeMans and Grand LeMans are not only affordable, but that they're also mid-size economy leaders. With a V6 and automatic transmission, LeMans and Grand LeMans provide an impressive 21 miles per gallon in city driving. Ask prospects how many miles they drive each week, to work, to pick up the kids, those extra trips to the store, and point out how a mid-size Pontiac will put money in their pocket. Only the higher-priced Olds Cutlass and Buick Century can match the economy of LeMans or Grand LeMans. The rest of the competition lags behind, especially when prospects begin adding their mileage up. LeMans and Grand LeMans go 37 miles farther on a tank full than Chevy Malibu, and 56 miles more than Dodge Diplomat, Chrysler LeBaron, and Ford Granada. Whether that means 1, 2, or 3 trips more, prospects save money every time they go anywhere in a 1981 midsize Pontiac. Styling, cost to buy, comfort, and economy aren't the only Pontiac benefits you should talk about. Tell customers about Pontiac's Power Protection Plus, which warrants the powertrain against defects in material and workmanship beyond the regular warranty period. Explain that when their limited car warranty expires, 1981 Pontiac owners are assured of continued protection for all engine, transmission, and drive unit components, subject to a $100 deductible for each repair visit for up to 24 months or 24,000 miles, whichever occurs first. And point out that every 1981 Pontiac is also warranted against perforation due to corrosion for a full 36 months, regardless of mileage. Of course, you have another equally important price-value story to tell, one that all LeMans and Grand LeMans prospects will need to know about. Both offer an impressive array of standard equipment, including GM specification all-season tires, which provide excellent traction on dry, wet, muddy, or snow-covered roads. By eliminating the need for snow tires, they save added expense and inconvenience for prospects in many areas of the country. Of course, Pontiac's option program is an extra plus once prospects begin asking about available options. Based on past sales, nearly all will want automatic transmission, air conditioning and soft ray glass, power steering, deluxe wheel covers, and some type of radio. In addition, 1 out of 2 prospects considering a LeMans coupe will also order sport mirrors. And Grand LeMans prospects will want even more convenience, luxury, and greater styling detail. Whether they're considering Grand LeMans coupe or sedan, at least half desire the added convenience of tilt steering and cruise control. 2 out of 3 will probably want a notchback seat, the lamp group, and custom color-keyed seat belts. And more often than not, they'll also want extra cost body side moldings and sport mirrors on the coupe as well as the sedan. In every case, the added value of Pontiac's option program is a tremendous competitive strength. Sell prospects on the idea that Pontiac offers a car equipped the way they want for a price that fits their pocketbook. Since it's such a valuable sales tool, take a moment to review the option program and how it works to your greatest advantage. LeMans, Grand LeMans, and Grand Prix offer value in 3 distinct levels of luxury, each with unique appeal that covers the broad range of tastes in the midsize market. Put your 1981 prospects in the right midsize Pontiac, one that they can afford and that fits all of their needs, whether it be economy, practicality, comfort, future resale, or outstanding price value. And remember that the luxury and styling of each is already a proven winner. Prospects know they'll look good in a 1981 midsize Pontiac, and you have only to sell yours and Pontiac's know-how to be the winners in this tremendous market. Obviously, today's full-size market has changed from the high-volume levels of several years ago. Nevertheless, 1.3 million full-size cars will be sold in 1981. That's 13% of all car sales. And Pontiac's full-size owner loyalty makes this market a considerable sales opportunity. Of all current full-size Pontiac owners, 39% will be back to buy another Pontiac from you. By capitalizing on this loyal prospect base, as well as taking advantage of the proven appeal of the full-size Pontiacs, you have a definite edge over competitive salespeople. Today's full-size prospect values Pontiac's traditional strengths. However, concern about fuel economy causes some prospects to question their own needs. The efficient 1981 Pontiacs can help you overcome these fuel economy fears, allowing you to concentrate on those features that full-size prospects really need: room, comfort, and convenience. You can answer most fuel economy questions by stressing the advantages of a V6 full-size Pontiac. After all, 19 miles per gallon in city driving is really very good economy and performance for the comfort and convenience of a full-size automobile. Point out, for example, that with gasoline at $1.50 a gallon, driving a full-size Pontiac will cost less than 8 cents a mile. Compared to the most economical car on the road, a Volkswagen Rabbit diesel, Pontiac costs only 4.5 cents more a mile to operate. And that's assuming diesel fuel costs 10 cents less per gallon, which may no longer be true in your area of the country. For the extra pennies, a Pontiac owner gets 34 cubic feet more interior comfort as well as extra utility. 7 cubic feet more, in fact, than a 4-door Rabbit hatchback. And with its 25-gallon fuel tank, a 1981 full-size Pontiac beats Rabbit by 30 miles in the all-important area of driving range. Of course, it's unlikely any of your full-size prospects will be considering a Rabbit, but Volkswagen's diesel economy has certainly captured their attention. And this is an ideal way of showing why Pontiac full-size is a smart buy in today's market. Of course, Pontiac offers outstanding all-around value, too. Standard equipment on every 1981 full-size Pontiac includes automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, high-pressure steel-belted radial tires, concealed 2-speed electric windshield washer wipers, as well as the 25-gallon fuel tank. No economy, midsize, or other full-size make gives prospects as much for their dollar. Pontiac offers added hidden value that's attractive to full-size prospects as well. Tell customers about Pontiac's Power Protection Plus, which warrants the powertrain against defects in material and workmanship beyond the regular warranty period. Explain that when their limited car warranty expires, 1981 Pontiac owners are assured of continued protection for all engine, transmission, and drive unit components, subject to a $100 deductible for each repair visit for up to 24 months or 24,000 miles, whichever occurs first. And remember also to point out that 1981 full-size Pontiacs are warranted against perforation due to corrosion for a full 36 months, regardless of mileage. 1981 full-size Pontiacs feature GM specification all-season tires as well. They provide excellent traction on dry, wet, muddy, or snow-covered roads, eliminating the added expense and inconvenience of changing to snow tires experienced by prospects in many areas of the country. Once customers realize how all these values add up, they'll begin convincing themselves that a 1981 full-size Pontiac truly is today's greatest bargain. How does Pontiac stack up against the competition? With an EPA city rating of 19 mpg, Catalina, Bonneville, and Bonneville-Brome provide V6 economy that nobody beats. Both Chrysler makes get 2 mpg less, and neither Ford nor Mercury offer V6, which gives you even greater competitive strength against these models. Pontiac also beats the competition with its economical 4.3-liter V8, topping the best V8 EPA city figures of every other make except for Chevrolet's Impala Caprice models. Here you have the advantage over Oldsmobile and Buick, as well as Chrysler, Ford, and Mercury when selling against these competitors. Of course, the 5.7-liter V8 diesel rounds out Pontiac's excellent 1981 fuel economy story. One of these three engines will meet important economy and highway cruising range needs in a most impressive manner for any full-size prospect. Be certain, however, that you stress quality performance as well as economy with a demonstration drive, your surest way of selling the performance of Pontiac's V6, small V8, or diesel. Naturally, fuel economy is but one of several concerns which factor into a full-size prospect's buying decision. Exterior styling, price and cost to buy, comfort, and interior appearance are equally important. And to sell in this market, you must also emphasize Pontiac's advantages over the competition. Exterior styling and interior appearance are major reasons why prospects choose Pontiac over its full-size competition. This has been true in the past and continues to be so in 1981. However, be careful about how you present these inherent Pontiac strengths. Descriptive terms such as big, beautiful, and luxurious affect today's prospects negatively. They want to see these Pontiac attributes, of course, but talking about them turns prospects off. Show, don't tell. The 1981 Pontiac Catalina, Bonneville, and Bonneville Brougham have a look that sells itself. Let prospects judge for themselves, and you'll gain the advantage over any competitive make they might be considering. In the all-important area of price, the Catalina Coupe is priced well below Mercury Marquis. Buicks, Oldsmobiles, and Ford's lowest priced coupes and sedans are all priced higher than Catalina as well. Only Chevrolet Impala, which offers a lower-level interior and less distinctive exterior trim, is priced below Catalina, and only by a couple $100. Bonneville's MSRP advantages are even stronger, with both coupe and sedan priced almost as low as Chevrolet, and $300 to $400 less than Olds or Buick. Notice, too, that both Ford and Mercury cost significantly more. The Crown Victoria listing almost $400 higher, and the Marquis Brougham generally costing $1,000 more. Bonneville Brougham features the lowest sticker price of any make in its class. Coupe or sedan, Bonneville Brougham runs almost $700 less than Mercury Grand Marquis, its closest competitor. And Pontiac's advantage over Chrysler, Olds, and Buick jumps even higher, with all listing over $1,000 more. To sell competitively, you'll need to know how Pontiac value compares with other full-size manufacturers. Pontiac sacrifices nothing in standard features and equipment, even against higher-priced makes. And this makes your excellent price advantages even stronger. So with a little help from your video disc operator, let's stop for a moment and examine Pontiac's strongest competition. As you can see, Pontiac rates high against Ford and Chevrolet. Of course, cost to buy, the total price, including extra items prospects wish to add, is always the ultimate concern in any buying decision. To maintain Pontiac's competitive edge, you'll need to know which extra cost comfort, convenience, and appearance items prospects generally want, and how they differ with each model. Traditionally, prospects add more features as they move up the line. Someone considering a 1981 Catalina, for example, will want less than someone considering a Bonneville Brougham. And by overselling extra cost items on the Catalina, you may make its cost to buy too high and lose the sale. Based on past sales, nearly every full-size prospect will want custom air conditioning with soft ray glass, some form of radio, and the lamp group, as well as front floor mats, custom seat belts, body-colored side moldings, front bumper guards, deluxe wheel covers, and white sidewall steel-belted radial tires. And this is where most Catalina prospects draw the line. The needs of some prospects may vary slightly, but most will want to stay within this equipment range. Remember this when qualifying prospects, and direct your Catalina feature benefit presentations to their most pressing needs. Bonneville and Bonneville Brougham prospects expect even more. With the help of your video disc operator, let's take a moment and see how you can best meet their equipment needs. Properly priced and equipped, the 1981 Catalina, Bonneville, and Bonneville Brougham will beat any competitor, making them without question the best buys in today's market. Pontiac's strong full-size owner loyalty gives you a solid base to work from, and Pontiac's styling and interior appearance are inherent strengths which add to your advantage with shopping prospects in this market. So talk full-size economy, sell hard, and by all means, make certain every prospect drives a 1981 full-size Pontiac. It's the only way they'll discover that economy means no sacrifice in comfort or performance. Not in a 1981 Pontiac, anyway. That's how yours and Pontiac's more know-how to the gallon makes you a solid winner in 1981.